What's up, everyone? Drawn by Sense. Good evening to you, my friend. I'm doing real good, thanks. Hope you are too. Turn that music down a bit. Hope everyone's well. Sanders MC, how are you, my friend? Hello. Just thought I'd do this short live stream, guys. Just checking in with you, seeing how everyone is. Rich, hey buddy, how are you, my friend? Cheers to you guys. Nothing like cheering with a crushed grape. So yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's well. Yeah, I'm doing real good, thanks, Rich. Real good, thanks, mate. Like I said, just thought I'd do this live stream, short live stream. It's been a long time. This is my first live stream of this year. I used to do them quite occasionally, but I thought I'd do this one just to, like I said, check in on everyone. Nothing really planned for this live stream. Just chilling, really. Over the shock of another Monday. Yeah, tell me about it, Drawn by Sense. Days for me are just flying by at the moment. They're really flying over. Yeah, nothing planned, guys. Literally, I don't blame you if you guys don't stick around, because like I said, there's not a lot happening in this stream. I'm literally just chilling out, eating some Skittles, drinking a crushed grape, just being fat. Getting fat, I should say. But yeah, this is like the first stream I've done where I'm like better quality as well, because I've got this like light thing, so it does make a difference. Hello, Emily. How are you doing? Sanders MC. Are you going to do a fragrance collection tour? I mentioned it on Insta. I will be eventually. The problem with doing a collection tour is I've got fragrances on my shelf as I speak right now, but I've also got 2 boxes full of fragrances as well, because they simply do not fit on my shelf anymore. So I'm gonna wait until I think I'm gonna wait until I get like a cabinet or something. Skittles are the best. It's Emily, Uncle Matt. How's you? Yeah, I know it's you, Emily, darling. I know it's you. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, man. So what's your scent of the night, guys? What are you guys wearing? My scent of the night is... A lot of you might be thinking, why is he wearing that? Well, as you guys know, I like the older fragrances, and I'm wearing Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne. It's a cheap scent, as you guys know, but I love this stuff. Really, really love this stuff. It's just awesome. Came out in '79, and it's still going strong. Seiki Eternity Edp. Nice. Nice. I actually sampled that the other day, and I really liked it. I think I prefer it to the original Eternity, and that really says a lot, because the original Eternity is just a classic. I mean, it was probably better when it first came out. Fragrances get changed, they reformulate them and that, but excuse me, it is an amazing scent. I really like the EDP version. Good choice. DKNY. Which DKNY fragrance are you wearing, Emily? It lasts long as well. Good sillage. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I like it. I mean, who doesn't love a fragrance that lasts long? You know what I mean? I mean, as you guys know, I did a review for the new Drakkar Intense the other day, and I've been wearing that more and more ever since I did that review. And yeah, it doesn't last. In all fairness, it doesn't last as much as I'd like it to. It doesn't have that potency behind it, but it's still a really good scent. I just don't know why some companies market fragrances as eau de parfum if they're simply just not going to last like eau de parfum. It's definitely a marketing gimmick, no doubt about it. But I do like the smell still. Russian Adam today again. Is that a fragrance? Never heard of it. And don't get me wrong, I like hearing about fragrances I've never heard of. There's a lot of fragrances out there I've never heard of. Yeah, I was surprised when the CK EDP lasted. Well, that's it. I mean, Calvin Klein aren't really known for real longevity. I mean, I've heard a few of their fragrances last. I've heard Reveal lasts quite a long time. I mean, Obsession, the original for men, that's also a good performer. What do you guys think of the new Defy? I personally don't like it. Cool. Chinese oud. I would love to try and check out more oud-based fragrances, to be honest. The only real oud fragrance I've really tried, and you guys are going to be thinking, yeah, you need to live more, and that's M7 Oud Absolu by YSL. Of course, I've smelled the original as well, and the original just is much better, but the only one I've really tried is the Oud Absolu. Haven't got my nose on Defy yet. Yeah, Defy's funny. I remember trying it when it first came out, and I wasn't impressed. I don't know what it was. It just didn't smell original enough. Bit of a waste of time making it, really. But that's just me. I mean, there's probably some guys out there and people out there who really do like the smell of Calvin Klein Defy. I just don't think it's anything worth boasting about. I have M7 Absolute Defy. Yeah, what do you think of it? I actually do like it. I think it's a really good scent. I really need it in my collection. My local shopping centre actually sells it, and I've heard it's discontinued now, so I may need to get a bottle of it, just for the sake of adding it into my collection, and of course to do a review on. And all of the M7 products, long time frag head here. Oh, awesome. Yeah, M7 it's a lovely scent. It really is. But the problem is, you know, I really do feel like, because of the age I am, you know, I was really born into the wrong era, because, you know, I really like all the classics, and I really wish that I could have experienced them, you know, like Rive Gauche, Pour Homme, YSL Pour Homme, all of these classics by YSL. Really, the only fragrance that I really do enjoy by Yves Saint Laurent is Kouros. That's really the only one I really do enjoy. But that's just because it's really the only one that's available, you know. Other YSL fragrances these days, I'm not really impressed. I mean, I'm trying to think which ones are available. Kouros did a silver version, which I thought was okay. Body Kouros, I've only ever smelled once. It was okay too. But for me, Kouros is awesome stuff. It really is. And speaking of Kouros, I've actually got Kouros inside this water vapor purifier. So my whole room smells of Kouros right now. It smells really good. Matt, were you the person that sold me on snake oil? No, I don't think that was me. No, it definitely wasn't me. I've heard of snake oil, but that wasn't me. Liam, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing good, thanks, pal. I'm just, as you can see, doing a live stream here. First one of the year, so... Jazz. That's another one I was trying to think of. YSL Jazz is awesome. Yep, Paul Sebastian, that's what I'm wearing tonight. Really ugly looking bottle. And the problem with this bottle is, watch. It leaves this white thing, but it's not meant to, because that's supposed to stay on, but it comes off. So it really shows how cheap the bottle is when you think about it. Oh, I thought that was the Paul Sebastian bottle. Yeah, it's Paul Sebastian. PS, fine cologne. It's good stuff, to be honest. I mean, I got this when I was in the States. I think I paid about $12 for this. And it's 120 ml, and I've got about, well, probably got about 75% of it left. It's a really, really good fragrance, to be fair, this. If you like ylang ylang, and you like musk, rose, oak moss, you'll like this. It's really, really good. Classy stuff, to be honest with you, for the price. Love PS Fine Cologne, really good. It is good. I really enjoy it. To me, it's like a more musky barbershop version of Calvin Klein Obsession. I actually find it quite similar to that. I'm not saying it's the same, because it's really not the same. And the diffuser's gone off. But other than that, it's quite similar, I think. Quite similar indeed. Stefan Fragrance, how you doing? Thanks, man. Good to see you too. I appreciate you joining the live stream. How are you doing, my friend? What's your scent of the night? What are you going to have for tea? Are you having anything good? Nectar Love. Nice one, Emily. It's a really nice honey-based fragrance, that. It has a lovely honey note in it, actually. My mum actually had a bottle of that, and really nice for a, a female scent. I mean, I do enjoy some female blends, well, marketed for female. And Nectar Love's actually really nice stuff. I'm a bit of a sucker for honey anyway. Sorry, I had to check the bottle. It's all right, Emily. It's all good. So as I'm here, I might as well ask you guys a question. I actually asked this question the other day on my Instagram, and quite a few people got back. And my question was, is there a fragrance that you guys regret smelling? Is there a fragrance out there that you really do regret smelling, you wish you hadn't smelled it at all because it's so bad? Let me know. Mine would be Secretion Magnifique. That's all I'm going to say. Scent of the day, Stronger With You. Tears. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'm also a big tea drinker myself. Although I don't drink like herbal teas, I just drink usual PG tips, if anything. Ryan, what's up, mate? How you doing? Good to see you, bud. Zherzh off Richwood. Nice. Nice. I sampled a few Zherzh off fragrances when I was in Heathrow Airport. They do good stuff. They do really nice fragrances. Again, niche is a market that I'm a bit foreign to, but you'd have to be an idiot to say that niche fragrances suck. They are good. I really do enjoy them. Most of the fragrances in my collection are mainly, designer. But I basically replace the fact that I don't have niches with vintage formulations. I do enjoy a lot of vintage formulations, to be fair. Because, usually they're different than the versions of today, so... The only problem with these diffusers is they don't last long. There we go. It looks like it's coming back on. Stefan fragrance. Worst frog I ever smelled was Cremo, bourbon and vanilla. Really? Wow. I couldn't get on with Dunhill Desire Black. Yeah, I don't like that either, Drawn by Scent. I didn't like the black one. There was something about it. The only fragrance that I like that has the word black in the title is Bulgari Black. I think that's an awesome fragrance. I've got that in my collection and it's incredible. Discontinued now, but it's really good stuff. A lot of vintage are more on par with niche than designer fragrances, to me at least. No, you're right. You're definitely right there. Duplo Musset. Apologies if I've pronounced your name wrong. I'm really bad when it comes to pronunciations. But yeah, I have to agree with you. In all fairness, a lot of vintage fragrances. My dog's just coming through the door. Hello. Do you want to come and say hello? You weren't invited, but whatever. Up. Whatever. Yeah, a lot of the vintage fragrances that I've found, they are actually better than the new versions, and they do smell really high quality. But I mean, I have bought a few fragrances that are classed as vintage, and they don't smell good. Like a lot of the top notes have died off, and it happens. It does happen. But it really depends on how they've been taken care of, and I've hit lucky a few times. Oh yeah, I'll just let my dog out, guys. 2 seconds. Come on. Sorry about that, guys. Something about ultra-synthetic version of a note you dislike. Yeah, I know what you mean. I definitely know what you mean there, Stefan, without a doubt. Ryan, Russ Scott. Gone with Yoke Night Flight tonight. Not worn it in years. Good stuff. It's brought back memories. Yeah, Night Flight is awesome stuff. It's a real shame it's discontinued now. I mean, and the prices for it are absolutely ridiculous. Do I think it's worth the price? No. But it's still a very good scent, nevertheless. Do you get any out? Do you get any out from your collection for rotation at all? Yeah, definitely, Sanders. I wear a lot. I do actually wear this a lot. I wear the Dreamer mainly because it's my signature scent. I love Versace Dreamer. I think it's wonderful. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it was one of the first fragrances I ever smelt when I walked into a I've completely had a brain fart. A department store. I actually smelt it properly in a department store, and I really liked it. And I just thought, you know what, that's going to be my signature scent. And since then, it has been. But I do have many that I wear on rotation. I wear Kouros a lot, Midnight in Paris by Van Cleef & Arpels. Yeah, I wear quite a lot. To be fair, a lot of fragrances that I wear get quite bad reputation in the community because they're cheap and they're not as good as niche out there. And there is a bit of a divide these days, don't get me wrong, there really is. People tend to just really shit on people who don't have niches, and I don't get it, personally. I really don't get it, because, if you have niches, then that's fine. Don't hate other people for it if they don't have them. Yeah. I regret Bogart Riviera Nights. Loved their oud, though. Ah. I've never smelt Riviera Nights. I've smelt the other Nights version. What was that one called again? I forget. Arabian Nights. I've smelt that one, and I wasn't a fan. In all fairness, I thought it was a very cheaply made Arabian influenced fragrance. It smelled completely synthetic to me. I wasn't into it. Ask Delilah what it's like in New York City. She'll probably look at me like this. Howdy, Matt. Just dropped in to say hi since I got to head back to the gym during my lunch break. Hey, Jim. How you doing, bud? Hope we have a good workout, man. Any new fragrance acquisitions in the near future, or some you've gotten rid of? To be honest, no. I haven't actually gotten rid of fragrances during my 8 years of collecting. The reason for that is because I don't really want to part way with them. Every fragrance I bought has a bit of a history to it, or a bit of a moment in my life where I really liked that fragrance once upon a time. And I don't want to get rid of it because of that. I suppose you could call me a hoarder, but at the same time, I have a real sentimental value towards my fragrances. And the ones that I tend to not use as much are in storage. I might actually give some of them away for a giveaway in the future. Who knows? Because that's something I've never done. I've never done a giveaway, so that would be cool. Have you tried Aramis Tobacco Reserve? I haven't, Jim, in all fairness. I've been looking for it. You can get it online, but it's quite high in price. I've seen it cheap a few times, but every time I've went to get it, they've sold out. So it's one of those fragrances that I've been a bit unlucky to get. Sanders M saying, mate, this is why your channel is so good, as you're reviewing and enjoying all fragrances, and I'm glad money, or as they say in many channels, cheapies is not looked down. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every single reviewer out there prefers niche over designer. I mean, there are some good YouTube channels. I appreciate the compliment, by the way. Thank you very much. I like to think that I'm just a normal person who reviews what I like. I try not to go along with trends. I mean, recently I have been. I have, like with the Drakkar Intense, but that's only because I'm really a big fan of Drakkar Noir. And that's an 80s scent. And as soon as a company brings out a flanker to an older fragrance, I'm immediately going to try it. For example, I did with the Yo Pomme Eau de Parfum. That stuff is awesome. And I've actually got a bottle of the new Le Parfum by Yop coming up. So that'll be fun to review for you guys as well, because there's not many reviews for that as of yet. And yeah, it should be good. But in terms of other acquisitions, I'm going to start checking out more of Alexandria fragrances, because they are clones, but I've heard that they're really good. I'm going to start checking out more Versace's, more Arabian house creations, So I need to check out more, in all fairness. But in terms of other fragrances, new fragrances, there's really nothing that's exciting me at the moment. There's just, I don't know what it is. I think I'm just a retro fragrance lover at heart, So whenever something new comes along, I'm just like, well, whatever kind of thing. I have more than 1,000 bottles. I am a hoarder. Nah, you're not a hoarder at all. You're just passionate. That's the difference. If you're passionate about something, well, I suppose. Nah, you're passionate. I can't really say much either because I mean I don't have 1,000 bottles, but I do have close to, I would say, probably about 600 fragrances in my whole collection, which is, still a lot. But yeah, if you've got space for all fragrances, then that's okay, but I really don't have the space. In fact, let me show you guys, okay? So this is my shelf, and inside these boxes here, I have inside probably about, there's probably about 100 fragrances in each of those. So in total, I've probably got about 800 fragrances. It's mental, I know. It's really, really mental. Hey, Matt, are you still after Vintage Kouros? Ice Ho. How you doing, bud? Good to see you again. Yes, I am. I've been after it for years and years and years, ever since I first smelt it. It's hard to find. It's really hard to find. And the problem with Vintage Kouros is it's so expensive as well because of the fact that it's the king. It's King Kouros. One of the best 80s fragrances ever made. And I've heard that the vintage is marvelous. So if I can find it, I'll get it. But yeah, I mean, I own the new formulation. As you guys know, I did a review on that about a week ago. Let me get it. As you guys know, I did a review on it last week. It's still really good. There's a few things that annoy me about it, though. The fact that they changed the font. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but the font for this new Kouros formulation is different. I don't know why they did that. I prefer the original font. I mean, that's just minor. That's just a little OCD thing that I have going on, but the fragrance itself is still relatively good. Deluxe Lex, how are you doing? Greetings to you, my friend in Virginia, USA. Thank you for tuning in. Greetings to you from the United Kingdom. County Durham, in fact, is where I'm from. So yeah, in terms of new acquisitions, I really do need to get checking, get more influenced. Because of you guys, really. You guys are awesome for influencing me on more fragrances, But yeah, there is a 50ml Vintage Kouros on Facebook for £7 if you can pick up in Manchester. Wow, what a price. That's why it's £7, because it's a pickup. If I could, I would. It'll probably take me about 2.5, 3 hours to drive to Manchester, because I'm like in the Newcastle upon Tyne area. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever get that. But whoever does get it, that's an awesome price. Thanks for telling me about it, though, ISO. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. I'm sure I'll find it someday, If not, I'll just have to make do with the new version. To be fair, it's pointless smelling that because I've got Kouros inside this thing. I've got it inside my purifier here. So my whole room stinks of Kouros. It's awesome. I've had a few fragrances in it since I got this thing. I've had literally so many fragrances in it, so it smells good. He wouldn't post. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why he wouldn't post. He'd probably get more money if he posted as well. Sanders MC. Cody Aspen is one I picked up from a review you did years ago. Yeah, I reviewed that years ago. You're right. That's awesome stuff. I love Aspen. Love King Kouros. But I prefer Ted Lapidus. Yeah, me too. Ted Lapidus is a nicer blend, in my opinion. But Kouros, to me, is very ahead of its time. It really started off this powdery, musk, animalic, honey-type blend, which no one had really smelt at the time. So really, really revolutionary, really. It's awesome stuff. Really is. That's a good idea with the diffuser. Yeah, Stefan, the funny thing is, right, when I wanted to actually find out if it was okay to do so, and it turns out it is, but you cannot spray too much in. Whenever I use these, I only spray twice, maybe 3 at a push, And it works. It works really well. I mean, obviously you've got to put water in it as well for it to turn to vapor, but they work really, really well. Saves having to spray air freshener or have a plug-in, you know, something like that. But it works really well, and I use it all the time. All the time. Oh yeah, Kuros is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Let me see if I can show you guys some fragrances. Let's see here. So I've got a few here that I'd like to show you. Two of these I've already done a review on, but I would like to do reviews on these again. I have a little vintage miniature. It's a 30ml of Antonio Puig's Quorum. When I bought this, it was about up to there. So I've sprayed it maybe 5 or 6 times. I don't wear this all the time because I have the new version. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll spray the new version and then I'll spray once, maybe twice of this version, just so that it makes it a bit stronger and longer lasting. And this is awesome. Really love it. If you like Quorum, then you know all about it. But Quorum is awesome. This came out in 1982. It comes from a Spanish house, Antonio Puig. And it's just incredible. It really is. It's a very leathery, earthy, tobacco-y. It's a tobacco, earthy, mossy type of blend. Very barbershop as well. It's incredible. Really, really love it. And I mean, the bottle itself's just so 80s looking as well. I love the gold around the side and the brown. It's really, really cool. Another one I'd like to show you guys is this one right here. And this one comes from, I believe it's a German house, Benetton. And this one's called Colors. I've reviewed this as well on my channel about 2 or 3 years ago. This is excellent. If you guys have ever smelled this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is just incredible stuff. It's a citrus aromatic, but it has a lot of nice nuances in there. It's ambery. It's got a nice lavender note in it. It's really, really nice. Really nice, and it's such a long-lasting fragrance as well. I get about 9 to 10 hours out of this. It's excellent. And the last one I want to show you is probably the strongest out of the two I've shown you guys. And this one comes from a house called Molyneux, and it's called Lord Molyneux. This one comes from 1989, I think. And I actually got this on Fragrance X for £14. £14 for this. If you guys go to Fragrance X, you can get this fragrance for that price. That's in the UK. I mean, I don't know if it's the same everywhere in the world, but this is probably the best £14 I've ever spent on a fragrance. This stuff, look at the sprayer in the back. Just look at it. It's like a little hole. Wow. Whew. Okay, this is just so woody. It has a mahogany note in it, so it's very, very dark on the woods. Also has this urinal cake kind of smell to it, which of course you did get in a lot of those 80s fragrances anyway. But it's just awesome stuff. Like, it's just so nice. Hard to describe as well, because I've never really described this fragrance, even to myself. I've never really looked up reviews on it in general, so it's really, really hard for me to describe it, but I do love it. I love the color of the juice. I love the way the whole bottle looks. It's incredible. I love it. So yeah, those are just 3 fragrances there that, you know, that are a part of my collection. There are many, many more. Like, I've got an Aramis Devon up there. I've got a Holsten Z up there, including vintages of the 112 and the Z14. Yeah, I mean, a lot of vintages, because that's what I enjoy. You know, I love the vintages. What else have I got? I did a review on this one today. This isn't a vintage, by the way. Courage Wild Ocean. This is a fragrance that like I said, I reviewed this today, and this is a bold statement, but I even said this in my review for it. This is possibly the greatest aquatic fragrance I've ever smelled. Hands down. Doesn't have citrus, doesn't have florals, doesn't have any notes like vanilla. It's very, very strongly influenced on the ocean atmosphere. So if you really like that type of theme, You need to add this to your collection. It's incredible. It's a French fragrance, of course. I had to get this from France. It's not available here in the UK. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And it was because of Scentland, who, of course, is a great reviewer, Chris from Scentland on YouTube here. If it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have known anything about it. So thanks, Chris. So yeah, guys. Here's another one. First edition version of Tommy Hilfiger that I did a review on a few months back. This is literally as old as it can get when it comes to Tommy Hilfiger. Went through so many changes, and with this being first edition, it comes from 1995, but on my box it says 1994. Don't know what that is all about, but this is literally first edition. I love it. Tommy Hilfiger doesn't have anything else on it. The shape of the bottle is different as well. We get this matte finish cap, whereas now it's shiny. Look at the atomizer. Yeah, everything about it is just very authentic, you know, and the smell, it's very, very, very nice. It has that maple smell to it. Kind of has a bit of a mint quality to it as well, but it is the same fragrance. I've even got newer versions of this, and it is the same scent. It's just obviously older, and it has a bit more of a, well, an older smell to it, as a lot of vintages do. Just making my tea while trying to watch. Have you been to Phoenix lately? No, Ryan, I haven't actually been in Phoenix. I know there's a one in Newcastle, but I haven't actually been to it. It's one store I don't go into much because, I mean, I don't go to Newcastle that much. So I'm on my second bottle of Quorum. Nice one. Apologies for the late replies to the comments, guys. When I talk, I don't realize how much I'm talking. How many bottles in your collection, Matt? Oh, I don't know, Mike. Like I said before, probably about 800 fragrances. And that's over the past 8 years of collecting and being on YouTube. Probably about 800 fragrances, but I have about 600 on my shelf. So there's about 200 of them in storage. And sorry, I've probably got about 400 of them on the shelf. Half of them are probably in the boxes. So yeah, I do have a lot. Have you got your nose on Davidoff Intense? Davidoff Intense. I don't know if I've heard of that. I've heard of Davidoff, obviously, but I don't think I've heard of Davidoff Intense. I'll have to look that one up. It sounds nice though, whatever it is. ISO. I got seller's remorse for selling my Tommy Hilfiger cologne. The Cologne version did that bottle that you sell by any chance have Cologne written on it? Because if it did, then that's an older batch, and they reckon that was actually the best batch. But I can't really say too much about it. This is excellent, but there isn't a lot of information about the first batch. So, but the one that had Cologne on it, I've heard was really good. Nice shirt. Can we see the whole front? You certainly can, my friend. Primark, £6. Primark is a very cheap clothes store here in the UK. You can get shirts for really cheap, and this is actually a South Park shirt, but you can get it for £6 in Primark. Really, really cheap. Yeah, South Park is incredible. South Park is my life, to be honest. I've watched it. I think I ended up watching it for the first time when I was like 6 years old because my sister was a big fan of it. And ever since then, I've just been a fan. I've been hooked to it. Jamal, hey, where are you living nowadays? Are you pursuing a career in music? Hell on earth since COVID. Oh, tell me about it, Jim. It's been absolutely mental, mate. The way the world is crazy. I'm not going to say too much because, you know, we all have different views on COVID and whatnot. So I don't want to create any hostileness, if you like. But it's safe to say we can all admit that this COVID-19 has been one hell of a joke to us all. I'm actually living in County Durham. I'm living in a town called Stanley. I've lived here my whole life, in all fairness. There's not a lot here. It's a bit of a ghost town, to be fair. Yeah, and there's not a lot of people around here who are into fragrance either, so I probably own more fragrances than any other person in Stanley. That's all I'm going to say. Sorry, Cool Water Intense, I meant. No worries, Sanders. I have smelt the Intense version, and actually, have I? Yes, I have. That's the dark blue bottle, right? Eau de Parfum? If it is, then yes, I have smelt it. I actually smelt it in Next, which is a store here in the UK. I smelt it there yesterday, actually, and yeah, I wasn't a fan. That's just me, though. I just personally wasn't a fan of it. If anything, I prefer the original Cool Water. To me, that is the OG. Ireland. No, I'm not living in Ireland, Mike. I actually live here in the UK. I wish I lived in Ireland. Bren, how are you, my friend? I'm doing real good, thanks, mate. Getting by. Hey, David, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hello, Matt. Cool shirt. I have Butters tattoo on my... Yes. It's Butters. That's me. Sorry, guys. I had to do that. Cringe. I know. I had to do it. Recently got a tester of Boss Elements from 1994. Kind of cool water, plus a bit of leather and violets. Ooh. Boss Elements, I've heard, is very similar to quite a few fragrances I've got in my collection. In fact, I'm going to get it because I want to show you guys. It'd be nice if I could see. I can't see a thing. 2 seconds, guys, and I'll show you. Because Boss Elements is a fragrance that I've heard smells very, very similar to... I can't even find it. Somewhere on my shelf, but it's so dark I can't even see. If you guys have ever smelled Etienne Agne's Statement, that pretty much apparently smells very, very similar to Boss Elements. And because I can't find Boss Elements, I ended up getting that, and it's just incredible stuff. But nice one for getting a tester for that from 1994 as well. That's incredible. I'm from UK, mate. So yeah, next I know, and Primani. That's right. I like Primark, to be honest. I'm not afraid to say that I like cheap clothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, not everything from Primark is good. I've owned clothes from there before and they haven't lasted long. But so far, this shirt, it's good. It's good. I also bought a number of other shirts, but this was just one of them, and it's awesome. Jim, I got around 750 bottles and have largely lost interest in the new stuff because it all smells like something I already own. Any future purchased is going to be replaced or vintage. Literally, Jim. Literally, mate. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not a fan of Hugo Boss, but I love Elements. I've never smelt it. Never smelt it. I have Statement and have never noticed the similarity. We'll compare them this evening for sure. Yeah. Awesome. See what you think. I've just been told this, by the way, because of the fact that I've never smelled Elements. I just assume that it smells like it. Fragrantica even says that it's similar on there, so I don't know. You know what Fragrantica's like, though. I remember when Jeremy Fragrance brought out a few of his new fragrances, and people were comparing them to SpongeBob fragrances, and that made me laugh. I suppose people who compared them to SpongeBob fragrances weren't a fan of Jeremy to have to do that. Have you tried any of Primark's fragrances? Yeah, I have actually. And all I'm going to say is ISO, right? They had one fragrance in Primark years ago that smelled unbelievably good, right? But I can't remember the name. I can only remember the way the bottle looked. And it was blue. It was a tall, rectangular shaped bottle with just a normal silver atomizer in the top. And it was a brand of some surfing clothing company. I just wish I could remember the name of it. That's the only fragrance I've ever smelled from Primark, and it was worth getting a bottle of. But I bought it and I ran out of it. It was that good. But that's the only one I've ever checked out. The newest stuff, please. I mean, I'm not a cheapskate. As you guys know, I own so many cheap fragrances in my collection, but yeah, the ones from Primark are not decent, in my opinion. If you want to get some decent fragrances, go to Next, the clothing shop here in the UK. They actually have decent fragrances, and they're really nicely priced as well. I think they have a one called Signature Gold, which is actually a clone of Black Excess by Paco Rabanne. So, you know, that's a no-brainer. My scent of the week is Antaeus. Love this one. I love Antaeus. You know, you see videos of people talking about Antaeus, saying things like, "Oh, it's an overpriced piece of garbage. What's the point in buying it when you can just buy Club de Nuit Intense?" Please. I actually tried Antaeus the other day and I thought it was outstanding. It really is an outstanding fragrance. Can I afford a bottle at this moment in time? Definitely not. Will I get a bottle one of these days? Without a doubt. But yeah, it's incredible. Will I ever own a bottle of Club de Nuit Intense? Well, I did actually did a review on that in a sample, and it was okay. But yeah, I don't. I'm funny when it comes to certain clones, you know. And yeah, to me, Antaeus is a beautiful fragrance. I can see why it's so expensive. Obviously, it's been reformulated many times, but I can see why it's so popular because the smell itself is so classy, so unique, especially when it first came out. I mean, I remember the first time I ever smelt it and I was blown away. So good choice with Antaeus. Really good choice. Hi Matt, set of the day, Cartier Declaration Dunsoir. Nice. Nice. The only Declaration I've smelled is the original. And I thought it was beautiful. It had a lovely mint note in it. I remember that one. ISO, need to try next fragrances. Yeah, they're actually decent. I'm thinking about picking one up in the next few days to do a review on. That's if they've still got it. The Signature Gold that I was mentioning just before. I hope and pray they've still got it because it's really good. Vintage Antaeus is great compared to the new version. I bet. Noticeable animalic difference. Yeah, nice one. I think it'll be because of the ambergris note. I can imagine the ambergris note in the first batch smelling incredible. But that's what happens to reformulations, you know. They have to get reformulated because certain ingredients, they just go extinct, you know, like real oak moss, for example. Quorum, I believe this version of Quorum has real oak moss in it. This is from it's hard to tell, really. I'm not even sure. I know it's an old batch because it just has Puig on the bottom, whereas now, I don't even think it has the brand name on the bottom now. Some of them have Antonio Puig written on, but this one just has Puig. I think this is from the late 80s. I could be wrong. But this, as far as I know, has real oak moss in it. And now, oak moss, of course, has to be made synthetically. Tree moss, I think they call it now. Whereas oak moss is, yeah, it goes against the rules and regulations of perfumery making, which is just stupid. It really is. Because the oak moss in this is incredible. If you've ever smelt real oak moss, just smell an old fragrance and you'll be wowed. Trust me. A great cheapie is Avon Absolute by Elite Gentleman. Oud, citrus, and amber. Yeah, I've actually smelt that one, and you're right, Drawn by Scents. That is an awesome scent. M&S has a frag called Autograph, signature scent pun. Yeah, I've actually smelt it. It's yeah, pretty bland in all fairness. There's not a lot going on with it. Excuse me, guys. Literally burping over here. Drawn by Scents. Agreed. Yeah, it is an awesome fragrance, though. I know exactly which one you mean. In fact, my brother-in-law has that, and he likes it very much. It's the rose I like. Yeah. I like rose. I never used to like the note of rose, but I do enjoy it a lot now. I think it's very romantic, and it's incredible. It can really add a nice depth to a fragrance, too. I've gone down the vintage frag rabbit hole. It has put a USD 3K dent in my pocket. Wow. Wow. If you can afford it, then fair enough. But I just love vintage. So if I had that sort of cash, I'd do it too. You're not alone. You're really not alone, Deluxe Lex. Ice Hole. Matt, you need to get Lidl's Essence Aqua Fresh clone of Aqua di Gio. Good performance and longevity. Well, I do own the Boss Bottled clone. What's it called? I forget what it's called. It's a Boss Bottled clone that you can actually get from Lidl, and it's really good. Really good. I only paid like £3 for it or something for a 50ml, and it's very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Just went through my fragrance storage drawers, etc. Lord, good stuff. Good stuff. I've forgotten I had it like a child in a sweet shop right now. My scent of the day too. I'm just saying, Lord. Yeah. Incredible. Nice one, Brian. Western Oud. Matt, you should hook up with Rich Mitch Duck. He's from around your parts. Well, yeah, I've heard he is actually. It's funny because I would love to actually meet up and do videos with people from my local area. It's just knowing people for starters and finding people who are committed, you know. It's like trying to form a band. You can only form a band with people who are committed. It's the same principle. But yeah, it would be incredible. I would love to do that. I really would. Jim, Matt, can people join your live stream? Sure. Yeah. I wasn't planning on doing that tonight, but if people want to join, they can. David G. Bellini X-Bolt. That's the one. That's the one. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you reminding me the name. X-Bolt. That's right, Sanders, yeah. Lol, you got me. Yeah, it's awesome, G. Bellini. Trying to sound all Italian and stuff. But yeah, it's an awesome fragrance. I would actually like to do a comparison between the two. I think that would be quite interesting, to be honest. Here's me saying I wasn't going to do a live stream for long, but it's been like 47 minutes. I'm going to be honest, I've actually enjoyed this. It's been incredible. Thanks, each and every one of you, for joining and for asking the questions that you have done. It's been really enjoyable. Thank you. There's been times where I've done live streams and there hasn't been enough people come in, and sometimes I'm left just talking to myself. But, you know, that's to be expected sometimes. And I know sometimes whenever I do a live stream, you know, I don't really get it out there for people to really know to really know that I'm here. Sometimes I let them know like 15 minutes beforehand, and I know that is too early. I need to get out of that. Ramsey, 47 minutes isn't long. We need 4-hour streams. That would be good if you guys are willing to wait around for 4 hours. Hey, if I was into a certain YouTuber, I know I probably would. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, guys. Hassan Iman, hello, my friend. Do you know Al Noim? I probably pronounced that wrong. Forgive me. No, I don't. I'm guessing this is a... Sorry, guys. Let me just straighten my phone up. I'm guessing that's a Arabian brand. If it is, then please tell me more about it, because these Arabian brands blow my mind. They really do. Especially Ard Al Zafran with their Interlude Man clone. Wow. It's not exactly the same as Interlude Man, but for a clone, it's pretty solid. And for the price you pay here in the UK, £12.99, it's a no-brainer. It's good for people who want to smell Interlude Man in a cheaper form. See, like if you can't find Interlude Man anywhere in your local area and you want to smell a cheaper version of it, it's good for that. Do I think it's bottle worthy? Definitely. I mean, it's cheap enough and all that sort of stuff. But is it worth not getting Interlude Man and keeping that? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I know Interlude Man and Amouage's fragrances are expensive. You pay for what you get. But yeah, I would probably go for the Amouage any day of the week because it's just higher in quality and whatnot. You're 6 hours ahead, so I'm usually working. Whereabouts are you from, Jim, if you don't mind me asking? Because obviously you always comment on my videos. I'm so grateful for it. And I'm grateful for anyone, really, who's, you know, behind or in front of me in terms of the time. Because, you know, you guys could be up late, up early, watching me, you know. I just appreciate it. Texas. Cool. Cool. I love America. I do. I love America so much. I actually miss it a lot, to be fair. The food, the culture, just the people. Yeah. Especially the South. I mean, I've never been to North America or the West Coast or the East Coast, but I have been in the South, and the people are just a breath of fresh air. Very down to earth. And that's what we're like up here in the north of England. You know, we're very... You know, we say it as it is, you know. We're just very honest people and very hospitable towards people. At least I am. I always have been. I thought I was the only good smelling Texan, Jim. Tahsin, I'm from Bangladesh. Greetings to you in Bangladesh, my friend. Thank you for joining my live stream. It really means a lot. And this brand you were talking about, is it an Indian brand? Do you ever buy backup bottles? Yeah, I do actually. I've got about 5 bottles of the Dreamer by Versace. With it being my signature, I want to stock up on it as much as I can so I can, so I don't run out of it, basically. Yes. So you're from India. Cool. It's an Indian brand. Cool. The only Indian brand I've heard of is, what's it called? Perfumist. They do a fragrance called Overdoped Amber. I received a sample of that from my good friend Ryan, who I was able to do a first impression on. In fact, I've got it somewhere. I don't quite know where I've put it. These are my samples, guys. Yeah, there's the Overdoped Amber right there. And this comes from an Indian brand, and it's just so nice. I think it's a clone. I don't think if it's an actual clone or if it's original enough, but it smells so much like Montal's Blue Amber. I remember the first time I smelled that, I was blown away. Lovely stuff. Really, really nice stuff. Love it. Jamar, at the gym right now, tossing around a pair of 160-pound dumbbells. But enough of the gym stuff. Hey, man, if you can do it, flaunt it. Do you know what I mean? But like me with CK Obsession. So is CK Obsession your signature scent, Sanders? Ice Ho. Matt, get yourself a 3ml oil oud Malaki by Alanique, UK house. Hidden gem. You'll love it if you're into sweet fruity tobacco scents. I've heard of Alanique. In fact, wait there. Wait there, guys. I actually have an Alanique fragrance somewhere here. I'm just trying to find it. God, I need to sort this out. It would be. Oh, sorry, guys. Anyway, I found the sample. It would be at the bottom, but this is an Alanique fragrance right here. And it's called Cinnamon and Vanilla. I got this when I was going through a bit of a cinnamon phase. This is incredible. I need to wear this more often. Of course, it's an oil form, so it lasts forever, but it pretty much just smells like a really nice dry Ceylon cinnamon with a really nice kind of buttery vanilla underneath. Very basic, but wow. Good for layering, actually. I actually wear this with a bit of Calvin Klein Obsession, and it really brings the scent out. And I only paid like £3 for this on eBay. If you go on eBay and type in Alanique, cinnamon and vanilla, you'll find it. It's only 3ml, I think. 3 milliliters, yeah. Incredible stuff. It really is. So I do know the company really well. I should check out Oud Malaki, though. Thanks for that recommendation, ISO. I appreciate it. David G. Talking of backup bottles, I have a few of Sarah Jessica Parker's stash. I thought you'd reviewed it, but I can't see the vid. Have you tried it? Yes. I actually have a bottle of it, and it is good. It's a very good fragrance, especially for the price and especially for the fact that it's a celebrity scent. It's actually very high quality. I wish I knew who the perfumer was, and I will do a review for it, my friend. I will do a review for it. Thanks for reminding me that it exists. In fact, I think it's in one of those boxes that I was talking about before. Yeah, Signature and Winter Obsession. Nice one. Haven't really got one for the rest of the year. Do you wear Dreamer in any season, Matt? I don't wear it in the summer. I don't really wear it in the spring, but I do like it sparingly in the autumn, and I wear it a hell of a lot in the winter because the tobacco, the iris that I think is in it, and the rose combination just really is perfect for the colder weather, especially here, obviously, in the UK. It's, you know what the weather's like. In the winter time, it's either snowing or it's either raining. It's always cold. Even in the winter sometimes. Even in the summer sometimes it's really cold. Tobacco Twist is also very nice. Ah, cool. Is that by Alanique as well? Cool. Yeah, I really need to check them out. I mean, The good thing about these oils is you can apply them, and you don't even have to. Well, you don't even have to apply a lot, and the smell is just so strong and invigorating. So these will really last a long time. I may do an oil-based video actually in the next few months. Once I grow more accustomed to which ones are good and which ones are not worth checking out, I'll definitely do it. Yeah, tobacco twist. I'll have to give that a try. Thanks, Icewell. Sanders MC. What's your go-to in spring, summer, signature-wise? Well, in the summer, I really enjoy wearing Tommy. I also really enjoy wearing the Wild Ocean by Courage. What else do I like? I really like DKNY Be Delicious for Men, which is actually quite a rare scent. Not a lot of people know what it's like because it was discontinued many years ago. This is what it looks like. I wear this in the summer a lot. I sometimes wear it in the spring. It's beautiful. It's like a coffee-covered apple. Sounds strange, but trust me, it's really nice. In the summer, I'll also wear fragrances like Chrome by Azzaro, Nautica Voyage, even Nautica Classic as well. It's quite good. What else? Lanvin Oxygen Home, Calvin Klein Crave, I think it's called Crave. What else is there? Mercedes-Benz Cologne, absolutely love that one. There's a lot. There's an awful lot. And yeah, like I said, I'll have to do a video really talking about all of my actual fragrances in my collection. I do think it would be worth doing. David J. I believe Stash is a collab between Clement Gavary and Laurent Le Grenig. And again, I'm really terrible when it comes to pronunciation, so please forgive me. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't actually know who the perfumers were for Stash, but that is rather interesting. Oil based, like at Ozmat. Yeah, that's right, Bren. Could be anything from Al Rahab to, of course, Alanique. Yeah, you name it. I must have about 30 types of Al Rahab fragrances inside this little pot right now. Here's a one I want to show you guys. If you like Lapidus Pour Homme and you want to check out any other fragrances that may smell like it, check out Al Rahab Landos. I think it's Landos. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Lapidus Pour Homme, but it's a little bit more animalic. Definitely has more of an incense in there as well. But if you want to get Lapidus Pour Homme in an oil form, it does exist. Not many people know about it. The only real strong Al Rahab ones for men that people know about is Dakar and Lord, which I believe Lord is a Kouros clone. And the Dakar is, of course, Drakkar Noir. So, but yeah, they're a really good house. I really like Al Rahab. Got many different types. For example, Love Apple, which is kind of like a red apple and cinnamon hybrid type of scent. Blanc, which is it's pretty much I think this is a Lacoste clone. It smells really good. But one of my favorites, definitely without a doubt, is Superman, and this is a clone, I believe, of Giacomo di Giacomo. If you like clove, you'll love it. Yeah, awesome. It really is awesome stuff. I need to sort all these oils out. I might actually put them on my top of my shelf for display. Love Lapidus and Animalic, so yes, sir. Yeah, man. If you want to check it out, Bren, I would recommend it. David J. Do you have Al Rahab Inspiration, another Boss bottled clone? No, I don't actually. I didn't know they did a Boss bottled clone Al Rahab, but that would be interesting to try, especially if I want to smell like Boss bottled and it lasts longer. That would make more sense. 50ml Landos, only $4.99. Wow. Yeah, it's cheap. It is cheap. Even when you get the spray forms of certain fragrances, they're really cheap. So, yeah. Guys, I've got some bad news. My phone is about to die. It was on 90% before I did this live stream, and now it's on . Battery lives on phones are shit these days. Pardon my French, but they really are. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to end the live stream here. I'm really sorry. I just want to say, first of all, it's been awesome, this live stream. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining. I want to end this live stream before my phone dies, because if my phone dies without me turning it off, this live stream will just go. And I want the live stream to appear on my channel afterwards so that people can check it out. So yeah, again, sorry it's ended so quickly, but thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining. I really do appreciate you all so much. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Really means a lot. Drawn by Sense, Sanders, Jim, David G, Iceho, Bren. You know, you guys are just awesome. Jim R. I'm literally going through you all. Tahassin, Iman, thank you. Ramsey, thank you. Each and every one of you are just incredible people, so thank you so much. If there's a name here I haven't mentioned, I do apologize. Weston Ood, thank you so much. Deluxe Lex, thank you, my friend. Mike, thank you so much, my friend. Mobile Phone, thank you. Yeah, it really means a lot. So thanks, guys. I will see you all in the next video, which will probably be tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a review on just a random fragrance in my collection that I'm really going to be looking forward to. So yeah, thanks, guys. Keep smelling good. And I will see you all then. Have a wonderful evening. And yeah, bye, guys. Thank you again.